There is such a thing as emotional intelligence. There are certain things where your own judgment may work better than your logical mind thinks that it is. Let me give you an example. You are interviewing someone to be a new deputy director in your organization. They tick all the right boxes. They have performed well and correctly at every point. They are shining beautifully in every way. They have risen to the top of the list. But there is something which is holding you back. You cannot even explain it to yourself. You are even troubled, perhaps, to confess this to another colleague, because you cannot find a logical evidence for this thing. But actually you do. And then you share around the room that actually 2 or 3 other people have also, they're not quite sure what was wrong, but there's something that worries them. You decide not to employ. 2 years later, he is in prison. And it turns out that he was the biggest confidence trickster in the world. Now, I'm just saying, be careful. Sometimes there is a right brain and left brain. Your right brain can produce an answer and present it to your left brain. Your left brain cannot process it because it's logical and dismisses it. Be careful. Do listen to your right brain. Sometimes your right brain may turn out to be right. But do make sure, test it with your left brain as well. So I think this comes back to the Chinese proverb. We need to be both. We need to be as intelligent as we can be in every area. So we call it in the UK intuition. I don't know what that really means. It's almost an inner knowledge.
Let me add this from India.
Yeah.
In India, we say all decisions have to be made at 3 levels. At the level of the head, at the level of the heart, and at the level of the stomach. And it's only when all the 3 decisions line up that you make that decision.
Yeah.
So it's maybe useful to offer.
And I think that often comes into our ethical discussions as well, which was raised earlier. You know, where do we get our ethics from? Our personal ethics, I think sometimes they come from our stomach, actually. We've processed it with our head. It seems intellectually okay. And we are just about to do it because everybody else is doing it. Our heart is not completely happy, but our stomach is very uneasy. And just say, I can't quite feel comfortable with this. And that, I think, is really important.